have to comb it, but it ends up being like a afro. Like,
okay. We have our favorite products up here, and she is gonna just nail it right here. She'll tell you all
I
about
promise
it.
you we will answer that. So if I don't, yell at me, okay?
Okay.
But yes, that's a product thing. Because I totally feel you. I did sponge curlers, you guys. Do you remember sponge curlers?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I did that for Thanksgiving, and I thought I'm gonna be so bougie. And I woke up and I FaceTimed my sister, and I like pulled the top, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, you look like George Washington!" Like, so I totally had to like, oh sweet mother, I have 20 minutes before I have to be there. So I was like combed out, but product actually made it really cool, and I was really funky. Instead of George Washington as he went to like judge, I don't know, something like those hideous wigs was what it was.
Okay, I have a question too. Is there a difference between the straight barrel and then I've seen the ones that are
Bubble. Oh, yes.
they
We'll give it a different
off
curl.
at the end, so
Yes.
it's just a different curl.
Exactly.
Does that mean it makes it tighter at the end?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You work them up to that.
100%.
I actually have one of those, and I love it. Love it. Is that the kind that you use?
I have one and it's never been used.
Oh.
But it
well,
will
now
be.
now you know how to use it.
You can use it either way, but I would suggest keeping that top of that cone up towards the top and giving it more of like the heat at your root, and then having it tighter.
Oh,
Okay. Any other questions?
The narrow end towards the top or the narrow end facing down?
I would do narrow end facing down.
Just.
Yes.
I have a problem with trying to curl it like that and then I don't touch it after and it just falls all out. Like there's,
That's a product thing.
well, okay, but you said don't push hairspray until the end. So there's something else
So
you recommend.
spray wax is my absolute favorite. I do a lot of wedding hair, and if I want my bride's hair to last all day, then I would use spray wax level by level as I go through. So your heat protectant, right? Then you're gonna do your spray wax, and then that's breaking through 2 layers of heat before it's touching my hair, which is awesome. So spray wax is just gonna give it that grit and that hold without making it super, super fuzzy to the point where it looks like George Washington. Yes? He was a very amazing person.
You should have come with that today.
What?
We need.
You guys were so bad. Her face was like, oh my gosh, happy Thanksgiving. And she was like, oh,
Came on
no.
with one.
Okay, heat protectant. This is one of my absolute favorites. It's 21 benefits. I do this after I wash my hair, and then I will do it before I apply the heat. So I do it 2 times. My hair's really, really light, which means it's gonna be a lot more damageable, right? So darker hair, you probably don't have to do it as much because your thickness of your hair strand is gonna be a little bit easier against the heat. 21 benefits does 21 things. I won't read them all to you, okay? But it's really, really good. It's by Pureology, the link in bio. It's awesome. Yes, because I would blow dry my hair, and that's adding heat into my hair. So it's gonna detangle my hair. It's gonna add in that nourishment that I need. A leave-in conditioner. It's also gonna be a heat protectant. Yes.
You can use that on gray hair.
Absolutely. Your hair's fabulous. Yes, yes. I don't know how many clients ask for gray hair.
Really?
Yes. It's the curse. It's amazing. And I'm like, listen, it doesn't come out of a bottle. Okay.
Okay. Next.
Yes.
If you use too much of that product, will it weigh your hair down?
It can. Great question. That's why, I don't know if you saw me, where did she go? Okay. Oh, there's 2 more than that. Okay, so I would just kind of tousle it through and make sure that you're letting it kind of air dry through. But yeah, if you use too much, it can weigh it down. Difference in brands will be difference in weight as well. This one does not weigh down my hair. Neither does this one. Those are my 2 favorite. They're really lightweight. Great question. Okay.
Moving on to shine.
Shine. So your shine, you're gonna use at the very end. Don't worry about putting shine all the way through because why would you do that and then heat up the shine spray and then burn through it and then it's no longer shiny. So, where's my shine? This one's our Moroccan oil. We love this one. It's so, so good. This is gonna be what you're gonna put in your hand at the end. Put it into your hand, not directly onto your hair. And don't do it on the top of your head. Otherwise you look like gym class and it's just like sweaty Betty, okay? So, you're gonna put it in your hand, heat it up, and then I'm gonna run it through my ends. And I'm gonna make sure that it kind of separates those curls. This is gonna help with that bigness on those day 3 and 4. I do day 7, I'm gonna be honest about it, okay? I hate washing my hair. So, this is what I do.
So that's the oil.
Yes, like an oil, a shine spray, some kind of a wax, something that's gonna help kind of form those.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, how do you comb it? Like
With
I
a-
have the oil part,
Yes.
but
With a
I'm like-
wide tooth comb.
Okay.
This is not even as wide as I would go. They have ones that have the handles.
because I have a wide hip.
Yes.
And that's the only way I can comb it out.
But you
of the
have to
shower.
start at your ends
Okay.
and work your way up.
Okay.
Okay, so always start at the end of your hair and work your way up. Otherwise, if I start at the top, then I'm like ripping all those knots down. But if I start at the bottom, then I can kind of work my way up.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, next. Volume.
Okay, volume. Love it. I do a root boost every time I get out of the shower. Again, you're gonna part your hair off in little sections. Okay, do it right at the bottom. Kind of push it through like this, and then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna wash some dishes and I'm gonna do a couple things, and in about 10 minutes I'm gonna come back after that product's had a chance to sit on. Also, try not to put your product on immediately after the shower because your hair's dripping wet. Okay, so give it a second. Let it kind of air dry for 2 seconds. Put in your root boost and everything like that. Root boosting, all of your volume stuff should be done pretty much when your hair is wet before it's gonna be styled when it's dry. Okay?
Do you suggest that for everybody or just people who
If you
need
have a
volume?
lot of hair and you don't need the added volume,
Then
I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, you can, but you don't need it.
No.
I'm from southern Utah, which means bigger the hair, the closer to God. So, I love it. I just like, yes, SpongeBob. I love it, yes.
Does the root boost ever give you a headache?
No, it doesn't. My hair gives
And
me
you
headaches
always do
because
it when
it's
it's
so
wet?
heavy. I do.
Okay, maybe not.
No, you're wonderful.
Do you have a
You
favorite
want
brand?
Favorite brand? I love the middle one. Okay, it's amazing. That is actually, it goes on dry hair. That's the powder play. But the same brand has a root pump. Powder play is gonna be in my dry hair on day 3 or 4 when it's starting to get a little weight down. I can dust it in, I can do this, and it gives it a textured feel, and it gives it a little bit more of life into it without it being sucked to my head.
And again, we have screenshotted all of everything that's on our any of our social media accounts. You'll go and it's called link in bio. It's linkinbio.com/Mindy and Mandy. Click on that. These all come up. It's called the Amazon favorites. So
Anybody have the
super
time? I
easy
don't want
for you
to
guys to. Yeah. Well, let's keep going.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
The powder root boost, because it's like, because I have dark hair, so
Yes.
dry shampoo, but I don't get the dark ones.
Yes.
Leaves like that white.
Yes.
Is that,
Not as bad, okay, because it's meant to go in there and be a textured, so it's a little bit stickier. So you should be good as long as you don't dustify it and just kind of barely put it in, and then use your fingers and really kind of mush it in there. Yeah, awesome, great
Hairspray.
question. Hairspray, okay, Big Sexy again has that one. Amika's fabulous. Moroccan oil is also great. You don't need anything too high of a hold for everyday use unless you like it really stuffed like the Aquanet, right, where it doesn't move at all. Who remembers Aquanet? Yes, yes.
Turbo can.
Yes, or the Aussie. Takes me back to 7th grade every time. Oh, drama
Choose
class. I
either
loved
like
it.
6 through 10. How stiff do we want to go?
Yes, it was always 10, baby. All the way. Okay, so yeah, make sure hairspray at the very end. Once I put on my hairspray, I'm gonna let my hair sit for a second, and then I can kind of move it around if I need to, but give your hairspray a second to do what it's meant to do, okay? Don't necessarily get in there, spray it, and then move it all around because you're kind of undoing it, and it needs a second to do that chemical reaction. Yeah? Cool.
Okay, next. Dry shampoo.
Dry shampoo. Okay, so dry shampoo can be an awesome asset. It does not take the place of showering. Okay, so you have to be aware that it's like day 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a lot of dry shampoo. Okay, so when you use the dry shampoo, we love Design Me. Okay, it's great. Batiste, another good one. And one of my other favorites is I think it's called Rock Me Hair, something like that. It's great. It's good to do it, and then I heat it up with my blow dryer just a tad. Okay, so I'll put it in, and then I'll take my blow dryer and kind of run a blow dryer over it, and then brush through it, so that it doesn't look like I walked underneath, like, right, and it's just like dust. I mean, yeah, your hair's dry, but then you also look like you aged weirdly right here.
Like George Washington.
Yes. I love that guy. He's great. So, and then you can get tinted dry shampoo as well. If you have darker hair, don't feel like you have to buy the light kind, because then it always looks dusty in your hair. They have tinted ones, and they're better for your hair to go a couple days in between washing. If you have the habit of washing every day, if you can break that habit, you will create your hair's ability to fight that oil, because we all have oils, but if you think about it, if you wash something every single day, you're stripping its natural oils, and then all of a sudden it's overcompensating because it's dry. So if you can give yourself maybe 2 days, wash it every other day if you can, then you're actually going to teach your hair how to use those oils in a good way instead of over drying and overcompensating. Does that sound good? Yes.
What if you're like working out every day? Like, do
Girl, I got
just-
you. 6 days a week, you know what I do? I go in there and I blow dry that sweat right back in immediately. It's disgusting sounding, but it's like salt spray. It's amazing. And then I can go 7 days. And my husband only says things on like 7 days. He's like, you kind of smell weird. Like, I don't know, it doesn't actually, it smells weird. But that's what I do. Honestly, I just embrace the salt spray. Does that help? It's kind of gross. You guys are gonna really be grossed out. What?
After you blow dry it, you spray it.
Depends. It depends on the level of nasty. After high fitness, I probably have to use a little bit of dry shampoo. But if I can blow dry the sweat back in immediately, it really is like a natural salt spray, and I feel so good. Yes.
Do you still recommend the same process, or is there like a tweak for naturally curly hair? Because I don't feel like I can do anything unless it's like wet or
Yes.
whatever.
So yours is gonna be more of the product and keeping those curls without brushing those out so you don't get like, right? It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So if you have that natural curl, make sure that you're keeping it moisturized amidst all this. So if you can keep those lotions in it, you can keep those oils and things in the curls, then you can, through your ends, you can make it those few days in between. But just kind of, you're gonna just wanna bring that moisture up a little bit higher. Fair enough? Okay.
Okay, any other questions? Okay. All right, so we had this video playing before. You can go on our YouTube channel, it's on there. We had a company reach out to us and they wanted us to do a video, so we were the same head. They wanted to see the romantic curl versus the beach wave. That's what this is all about, so we can just move on. Okay, so we have how much time? Let's decide what we're gonna do for sure, as far as
4:33, 27 minutes.
27 minutes. Okay, we're going to show you guys about 7 pictures. I want you guys to really look at them and in your head, like think, oh, I want to see that one. And then we're going to go back through and we want to raise our hands and we're going to do probably 2 braids. Okay? So real quick, this is the double Dutch braid. Who has watched the news in like the last 2 days and saw the beautiful Jessie McCarthy?
I was on it. My mom called me.
They missed it.
It's all right. It's still online. You can still see it. I'll be here.
Find her on Facebook. She's posted about it.
In case you didn't see it.
So KTLA, they wanted us to come to promote Pinners anyway. She was our beautiful model. Her beautiful hair had this great big scarf thing in it, and we have pictures at the end. And if you don't like Jessie now, you're gonna like her at the end because these pictures are gold.
I don't get a lot of attention, so this
What's
is
your
great.
social media?
Mine is Jessie MacArthur Beauty.
She's amazing, you guys. As
Very
you
sweet.
probably already know. Okay, keep going, Mom. We're just gonna go through these real quick.
I have a video on there of me waxing my nose.
Tell them what happened.
Oh my gosh.
Tell them what
Guys,
happened.
it was one of those like really late at night, like this is a bad idea, and I thought I blew my nose, and I'm like live, I'm like, this is great, and a huge booger, and I was like, and I didn't cover well, so I was like, oh, and then I flicked it, and then I just put it, I'm like, okay, it's so good, see all that hair, it was awesome, after my husband was like, that's disgusting, she like flicked a booger on screen, and I was like, I didn't think anyone would notice, it was bad, it was really bad.
Yeah, go look her up, she's awesome. Okay, so we got the Dutch braid here. So this is, okay, scarves are totally in, right? We have a few scarves up here, and what we wanted to do was kind of maybe show Jessie's braid again, where we do the Dutch braid with the scarf. So that's an idea, so keep that in mind, that we could do real quick. This is the upside down Dutch braid with scarf bun. So you just, Dutch braid, you can do so much with it. So this is actually my daughter Harper. We just put her upside down, did it up, put it into a ponytail. I wrapped a scarf that had a wire inside of it, and I'll teach you guys how to do that. You wrap it around and then you give it a good squeeze, and she went to tumbling, preschool. End of the day, it still looked great. I was really impressed, which never happens. Okay, topsy tail pull through braid. You guys have probably seen this one. It's actually really simple and it looks like it's hard. We could teach you that one. The bubble braid with pony wrap combo. Woo-hoo. Super easy and fun. Mohawk Dutch braid with hair scarf. So again, it's just the Dutch braid. You just take this section back, put it in a little bun, tie a thing around it. You're good to go.
Don't be sad if we don't get to all of them. These guys will have them up on their channel and everything like that for you to watch.
Yes.
So don't be stressed if we don't get to your hairstyle. Definitely check out Mindy and Mandy. They will have that step by step so you can recreate it at home.
And then this.
That's like a reverse French.
Yes. Up.
Yes. It's actually how you would cornrow someone's hair.
Okay.
Yeah. So instead of doing this way, you actually look and then you flip. Yep.
And there's the beautiful Jessie McCarthy beauty.
Oh my gosh. Amazing.
Isn't she? Isn't
It's
she?
filter.
Okay, so what do you guys want to see?
I like that mohawk.
The Dutch braid with the scarf.
Okay.
Okay, let's just do them all. Let's do them quick. Let's go. Let's
Do you
go.
want, I can be doing this scarf in mine because I can do it on myself
Okay.
while you do another one.
Got it.
Okay. So, long scarf. I take up the top of here. Okay, so my top little pony. Which one are you going to start with?
Somebody said the mohawk with the, yeah. And I'll do the Dutch braid mohawk with the scarf, but when I come to here, I'm actually going to choose a scarf that has a wire in it so that I could do the bun and show you that too. So, which we'll both be doing Dutch braids, so you'll get it both here. Can she go lower, do we know? She's a little too tall for me. Yes, she can, okay.
All these tutorials are on your website?
On the YouTube channel.
Oh, on the YouTube
Yep.
channel.
So just search Mindy and Mandy, our channel will come up, and then you can just search through and they're all there, so. And we're always open for ideas, so just shoot us a message. Tell Mandy you hope she has her baby soon.
How did you start that?
Okay, so I have a tiny ponytail on the top. Okay, I just pulled my bangs up a little bit. Yesterday I left a little bit of the front out only because I feel like I have a really wide face. So if I leave some hair around it, then it kind of helps that. Then I just pull the scarf halfway through, right? I'm gonna take my little baby ponytail and I'm gonna split it into three parts like a regular braid. But on my outside pieces, I'm just gonna add the scarf into it. Okay, so I have, sweet mother. Okay, here we go, one. Then I leave my middle one free. And then I attach this one to the outside. Okay, so you can see my three. Now I'm gonna do it on the outside. So you're probably used to braiding the regular French braid, so you're just gonna twist that over the top. So I'm gonna start here, and then I'm gonna grab the next piece of hair. I'm gonna flip here and grab the next piece of hair. Grab it and flip. Okay, you're always grabbing from underneath instead of going over the top. Is it starting to form a braid? That's good. Is my hair breaking off?
It looks awesome. Way to go, girl. Way to go. A little fun plug-in that you can do with this is you can pull all of your hair over to the side, and what she would do at this point when she's going with her right hand that's on this side, she can go like this and pull all of the hair around, and it just is everything just right here. It's really popular too. But we're showing you the double Dutch braid, which is going to be, she's going to have one here type of thing. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Oh, go ahead.
Yes, no, I was just gonna say,
Something
once
to
I get to the end, you guys, I might not do two because I think I just wonked out my part in the back there. It's the exact same on the other side. Do you want me to do both? I can do both. Okay.
So while she's doing that, you guys will have like two visuals here. I'm also doing the Dutch braid. We're doing the mohawk one. So I just got this part of the hair out. I parted it out, tied this in, so now I have this to work with. And I'm just going to take this front section here. If I wanted to do a hair scarf through it, it'd be super easy. I would just do exactly what she did and tie the middle part of the hair scarf with an elastic right here, and then I would just have this ready to go. I'd split it into three, put the two scarves on the two outsides, and just start braiding that way. But I'm going to show you when I get to the end how I do the bun and the cute little thing there. So.
Okay, once I get it here, there's a lot of different names for it. Some people call it pancaking. I just call it loosening the braid. If you have, like, see those big, huge Elsa braids? It's an actual regular braid. All they've done is they just go in and pull. So it makes it look the illusion of having it really, really thick. And remember a few slides back, the volumizing powder play? Genius for making your braids look bigger. Because if your hair's super silky, as I pull it out, it just starts to pop out. So if I can add texture into that, also sea salt spray or sweaty, amazing. That's the real reason I wash my hair, okay, so I can do big braids. So I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna start from the bottom and I'm just gonna pull it out and start making it look bigger.
you put this spray in before you started braiding?
Yes, yes, yes.
If you wait 3 days between washing your hair, that third day, your hair is gold.
Mint condition.
For the braid, you want it to be dirty. If it's not dirty, you make it dirty. Meaning,
That's what she
I was waiting for that.
So can you see it kind of getting bigger?
Yeah.
You just kind of pull, pull, pull. I'll take a couple bobby pins, and sometimes like if it kind of falls down and you start looking like Heidi off of Heidi. Take this. Where was that? Like Little House on the Prairie. That was it, huh?
Laura.
Heidi. What was her name?
Laura.
Laura.
Laura Ingram.
Yes. Love it. So bobby pins. This is a good rule of thumb. I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna do a tiny little loop, and I'm gonna push it down. Let gravity do the rest, and it's gonna hold it into place. Okay, that's called locking your bobby pins in place. You don't want to just lay them in there because then they pop right back out.
Okay, so I got to this section here. I'll just, move her on over so you guys can see. And we're gonna go ahead and pancake. That makes, like she said, the big Elsie braid that everybody loves. Oh.
Mavis is happy.
Okay, so again, you just kind of pull on these sides here and just make it. I always tend to say like the big boho. I don't know. It's just there's not even a right way. So everybody just makes up their own names for things anyway. So.
But you pull like towards the end of the braid first, not on the top, right?
Yes, you want to work this way, and you don't grab the entire piece of hair. Okay, you only grab a little bit and just pull so that it pancakes out. Right, it kind of just flares out. And then you'll grab this part right here and just lightly pull. The bigger the better. You just do what you want here. That's a good question, yeah. And then you can just work up. And then I'll come back and kind of just fix this because it's been pulling the entire way, right?
Oh, the fishtail. Okay, I'm going to show you right now.
Okay, cool. Love it.
Okay, so a fishtail. Yes, my love.
Where do you get your scarves and your scrunchies?
Amazon.
Yes. Their link has them all there.
Oh, okay, good. Every single product that we were talking about. We actually have, okay, our favorite. We have these at our booth for sale. They're just $2. But what we wanted to do for you guys is just to offer something fun for coming today. So we are going to do 3 for $5. So if you guys want, they're these right here. It's velvet. Velvet is in, believe it or not. A month ago, I probably threw away some velvet things because I thought they were disgusting.
I bought a velvet dress for my brother's wedding, and I was like, what do you think? And he was like, oh. And now it's cool. I was so mad at him.
Like, why did you stop at Grandma's closet?
Yeah, he's like, you really want to show up to my wedding? Okay, fishtail. 2 pieces. I used to think it was like 7 pieces. It's actually just 2. So, 2 pieces. I'm going to take the outside of this one, and I'm just going to hand it over to the other hand. Okay? Take this outside of this one and hand it over to the other hand. That's it. That's your fishtail. Take the outside of this one, hand it over.
And you're just starting with 2 pieces?
That's it. That's all you will use the whole time is 2 pieces. Okay? It looks a lot harder than it actually is. And as the tinier the pieces, the more fishtail it's going to look. Okay? So then, once you get down to the end, you do exactly like you did on the up here, and you pull all those out, and that's how it's going to look super, super thick and cool. Make sense?
That's great.
Thank you.
Okay,
Questions?
and we're throwing these in as well at the end of class. These are for sale if anybody wants these. But we have lots and lots of different colors, all this, and there's some that have the cute little bunny ears. They look like a bow type thing, and then there's some that are just this. But lots and lots of these. Come snag if you want like 2 of the same color to do like the top things like that.
They're actually really nice on your hair. So sometimes I think we wrap up our hair in these tiny, tiny little things, and like, my hair is breaking. Use a scrunchie. It's a lot softer.
Okay, so when you get on Amazon and look, there are some of these scarves that there's a wire in this, okay? I have learned to love these, especially for my little girl's hair, like I mentioned before. When I use these in her hair, it can just make it have that extra hold, and it actually is still in at the end of the day. So with this one, what you do, so I'm going to show you where I wrap it around, and then I wrap it, and then it's a bun with with the hair scarf. So I bohoed it out, right? Put this ponytail here. When I put the ponytail in, I actually pulled again just because some things got pulled. But you take this and just hook it right under the elastic. Can everybody see? Yeah, we're good. And then you got that little hook there, like this. You are going to twist the hair one way and twist this the other way, okay? And this actually, her hair's kind of short, so we'll make this work, it'll be good. I'd probably go half this if my hair was really this length, but okay. All right. So then once you're there, you just take it, so you've twisted it the opposite directions, right? So then you just take it and you just start to wrap this way and just keep wrapping. And again, if she had more hair, then there would be hair pulled out through here. Again, you just go like this and then you just squeeze it, give it a good squeeze. You can add a few bobby pins if needed. Boho again, pull pancake, pull some hair out in between that, and you're good to go. Just super fun. So that's the.
You said you did it on your daughter and she went to gymnastics and it stayed?
You guys, I was like,
It's
what?
amazing.
It was amazing.
Very cool.
So yeah.
So what happens when you have like layered hair and you go to do that and then you have all these, ends sticking out everywhere?
I would probably do a little bit of product in it. You
Your
can't
bobby
really,
pins.
yeah, you can't get away too much of that because it's in your hair, and so it kind of is what it is at that point. But if you prep the hair well enough with a little bit of texture spray, some spray wax, that kind of helps that all mold. Also, curling it all one direction is not a band. Yes, it is. So if you curl it all one direction and then actually wrap it that way, the hair will naturally want to. Yep. That's what I'll do with brides who have tons of layers, but they want this beautiful like chignon smooth bun. I'll curl it all the same way and then I just lay it and then it's all going that way. A little more prep, but it will last longer.
Okay. Should we show them? I could actually just take this out and just show you guys. These are seriously so fun. Like my top fave right now. Would you agree with me?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
You just throw it in. It's so simple. It's velvet. You'll be getting lots of compliments. So we go for it, right? You want compliments in life?
Selfie.
Right. So anyway, you can just do like a fun.
Was there any styles we haven't hit yet that you were hoping?
She's still got lots of hair left.
The reverse. Of going up the back of the head.
Oh, the topsy tail, like the.
The topsy tail, yes. That's
Mom, will
what-
you go back? Well, she'll
Show me. I'll do it.
she'll do it in record time too with like timer. Okay. Yeah, keep going, Mom. That one, right?
Oh, okay,
Topsy
yeah,
tail
let's
pull
do-
through
let's
braid.
pull through. Okay. So, with that, it's actually not a braid, it's a lie, Stephen. It's a lie. You don't smell like Santa. You smell like beef and cheese. Okay, so, you're gonna do, who knows that movie? Yes, it's my favorite part of the whole show. Smell like Santa. Okay. They also, there's a thing, we're gonna put the link on these girls because this first, and I bet your kid does cry when you pull this out of her hair. It's called a pony pick, and you're just gonna, oh sweet mother. Ooh, are you okay?
Just
Okay.
water bottle,
Oh, good.
sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Is there?
But that's why you're gonna buy the pony pick, and they're gonna put that on. It's this cool little like, looks like a seam ripper, and you just come right in here and seam rip it. Okay, they're cheap. Don't make your kids suffer through that. Okay, so for the pull through, you're gonna do. Let's see if we can do this line. I'm gonna start. Oh, there's bobbies in there. It's like, what's in my hair? Okay, so you're gonna start with a regular ponytail on top. Okay, so you're gonna take this. Is this helping? Is this, okay. So you're gonna start with one pony. And then I'm gonna clip that out of the way. Okay, just out of the way. Then I'm gonna go underneath where that one was and do the second pony. Okay, it's not what it looks like. Sometimes, oh, they're in my pocket. sometimes you're looking at it and like, that's a giant braid. It's actually not, it's just a bunch of ponytails. So buy a bunch of these, buy a bunch of these little dudes, and then it's a lot easier, and then it stays all day because it's actually not braided, it's ponytailed. So I'm gonna take this down, and now I have 2 ponytails, right? One on top of the other, hopefully.
Let's do a topsy tail first.
What is that? What?
So like it has like a topsy
Yes.
tail right
Okay.
before, just because that's what it's labeled. I just wanted to say it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, this is my top pony. I'm gonna take my finger here, and I'm gonna flip it,
Beautiful.
okay? Once it comes here, you're gonna pull this, just those little top pieces.
Pancake,
Really,
pancake.
really
That's what it's all about.
Yeah? You can do that all the way down your head, and it looks like a giant French braid. Super easy, lasts all day. I do it for brides all the time.
Makes your hair look really thick when it's really not.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so for this one, I'm gonna split this hair, the top, in 2 pieces. I'm gonna take my second pony, and I'm gonna pull it here, and wrap it around, okay? I'm gonna put one in my pocket.
Do you want me to hold it up?
Sure.
You can clip it up like she did before.
I'm gonna put a ponytail underneath that one. So you're splitting the top one and wrapping it around the bottom one. Okay, go ahead and lay that one down. So now I have that top one. Now I'm gonna split this one, and I'm gonna wrap it around that second, okay? Each time I do this, I'm creating the next layer of the braid look. Sorry.
Pull that hair out of her way.
You guys are like, this is
We're
not what
good.
it
We
looks
got
like.
this. We got this.
Like origami.
You actually
You wrote that.
really good. Okay. Yeah.
How we doing on time?
6 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, good.
What else do you guys want to see?
Your ponytail.
My ponytail, bubble braid.
You're good. Talk about it. I will
Okay.
continue.
So I will demonstrate it. I'll just like say what we did. Okay. So put my hair in a ponytail, right? You then go down about that far. You're gonna put another ponytail, and then you hold that new ponytail with the left hand, if you're right-handed, whatever. Reach the very end of the ponytail where you don't have a lot of hair, just a little bit, and then you're gonna slide up just a little bit. That is gonna make the outside of your hair bubble, okay? So once you do that, then you take a fun little, you can actually take a piece of hair and wrap it around it and then bobby pin it, and that is really cute too. But what we did is just added these fun little scrunchies here. Yep, so then you've got that scrunchie in, and then you do the same thing. You go down about that far, put a ponytail in, and then you want to make it kind of tight, and then you're gonna hold on to that, a hand on the bottom, slide up just like a 1/2 inch. It's gonna boho it, and you can kind of pull it out too, make it big, and then you just continue. Does that make sense? If we
Did
don't,
you do
yeah.
it on yourself?
I have done it on myself, yes.
So basically just go home and practice on
Yes,
that.
yeah.
On yourself.
It's really not hard. Like you know, it's
Do
just.
My daughter's amazing, but when I go to do it myself, I'm so confused in the mirror.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It can be. If you have a mirror behind you, if you can somehow like do it, that helps a lot to be able to watch yourself do it. I mean, this you could probably go like this
Yeah.
and be able to see it inside the mirror and then pull up like
Do
that.
you like pull your hair out of the first ponytail to make it poofy in that?
Ah, yep. Yep, and that comes with the product too. If you start with the volume, which you said you have a lot of hair.
Oh yeah, no, I don't need
So
a
you
good product, I would just need to pull a little bit
Yep,
out.
and that and how you do that is you put it in a ponytail, and I would hold the ponytail, run my fingers down my head like this, and just kind of pull 3 times, like look in the mirror, look like this, just to kind of see, get a mirror, look back, make sure it just all looks good before you even start. That's a really good point to make, that you want to make this kind of big too, you know, to God, like she said. And then you just kind of go down and bubble it up as you
Do
go
you
down.
use texture spray?
Yes,
Okay.
texturizing spray. For me, I actually have thin hair. You wouldn't know. I have a fun little extension in today, but yes.
Do you tease or just use texture?
Back comb.
Just wondering.
If you're really into it, you put hairspray, back comb into the hairspray, lay it forward, and do like 7 layers back. Smooth out the top. That's date night though.
Date night.
So that's what that one ends up looking like. Can you,
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
okay, so remember, ponytail, ponytail, split the top one, wrap it around, ponytail. Now this one becomes your top. Split it, wrap it around. So you're pulling it through, and then you're just gonna pancake everything at the end. Okay? You can do it down the whole back of someone's head, or you could technically do a crown braid because it's all it is ponytails. So you could do it all the way around, and once you got to here, continue it on, wrap it, bobby pin it, and it's gonna stay all day long. Did you have, yes dear?
How many times do you wrap your scrunchie, like when you put it in? Because sometimes when I do it twice, it's too loose. When I do it 3 times, it doesn't look like a scrunchie anymore.
Use an elastic before the scrunchie. Scrunchies, especially these velvet ones, can slide right out of your hair.
Yeah, because I like
That's the trick.
scrunchies, but I can't get them like
Yeah.
tight enough or loose enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, start with an elastic first. It's a great question. Yeah.
How would you recommend washing out volume for cheer? We have to do the big hair,
Yes.
and you know, like the layers, the one,
Yes.
and it's like murder after, because you know,
Yes.
it's so
Okay,
hard.
so when I was in cheer, we would scrunch it with the diffuser and put egg whites and then gel, and then scrunch it again and then more gel, and by the it was just like,
Yeah.
right? Baking soda breaks it down. It's
Really?
amazing. So you take baking soda, put it in some water, put that in baby girl's hair, kind of mush that through, rinse it. If you still feel tacky, do one more thing of the rinse of the vinegar. Not vinegar, baking soda. You can do vinegar. It's not my favorite, it's a little more harsh on the hair.
Yeah.
Baking soda, 100%,
soda.
super cheap. Get your baking soda. It's gonna strip that product right out, and then just follow it up with the conditioner, everything normal.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, yes, I don't know where that came from, but yes, paste. Yes, yes.
But she said vinegar, you guys.
Okay, vinegar you can, if you really like the natural hair washing, vinegar is going to wash your hair. Also, it kills lice.
Apple cider vinegar, right?
They smell.
Or are you thinking of
Yeah,
white
well,
vinegar?
if you have lice, it's regular vinegar. That was, no, I learned that. One of my clients' kid, so I looked it up like a natural, yes, vinegar, rinse it. What's the stuff you switch? Listerine. Dead. For real. Yes, my love. Not necessarily, it's gonna look a little bit skinnier. So with hers, she's got that lots of the, you can see them really, really well. She didn't pancake it a ton, but she just pushed it up just a little bit, and then you can really see those shapes take form. That's really all you're wanting to do. If you don't want it super boho and loose, then you can leave it really tight. In fact, if you were doing a crown braid, I probably wouldn't pull it out very much at all, so then it's really nice and smooth. Great question, yes.
What's your favorite spray wax?
It is Big Sexy Hair or Kenra. It's called Play Dirty. It's amazing. It's 4 shine and 4 hold, like level 4. It's amazing. And I can put it, and then I can heat it up, and it's not gonna damage my hair. It's not gonna make it frizzy and sticky like hairspray does. And then I can kind of just finger way through the whole thing at the very end, place it how I want, and then I'm gonna spray the whole thing with Aquanet.
Because she still has some left over from.
After you work out and you said that you blow dry it.
Yes.
Do you put anything in it so it doesn't look greasy?
I'm gonna be honest with you, no. Because if you catch the sweat early enough, it actually doesn't go greasy. How sick is that, you guys? Sometimes those ones that are on the wall at the gym when no one's looking, you just like, and it's great. So if you can catch it early enough, if I let my sweat sit long enough, then I'm gonna look like a grease ball. But if you can catch it early enough, it actually just blow dries it right back in. It's great. Sometimes you throw a little dry shampoo in there after. Not bad.
You guys now know her deepest, darkest secret.
So it's like for braids to have your hair dirty. When you curl your hair, is your hair clean or dirty or either one?
Either one. Do you want to take it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So either one. When I do wedding hair, I always tell them nobody likes to have nasty, gross hair unless you're me and you go 7 days, right? So you can always add in the product to make it that, but if you don't have the product on hand, then the natural oils and things are going to make it easier on that.
Okay. 'Cause
So.
I prefer my hair to be clean.
Right.
When I curl it.
Yes.
Otherwise it gets so frizzy.
Yes.
But it sounds like you're saying hairspray is what's causing my hair to get frizzy after
Yes.
I curl it.
Well, if during. You can spray it with hairspray after, but if you use a spray wax the whole time through, you will not feel that. Also, if you use that shine at the end and kind of lay it on it, it's gonna be great. It's gonna not be frizzy at all.
And then I have one more question.
Yes, of
By
course.
the end of the night when I curl my hair, that is just like knots. And it's horrible.
Yes, I know. You probably saw me doing that when you were walking in. It kind of just happens.
Okay.
It does help if you can put like a leave-in conditioner in there. Sometimes I'll take my 21 benefits mid throughout the day and just throw it back there a little bit.
Okay.
It is what it is. If you have long hair, it kind of gets tangled. But the more you can kind of keep it at bay throughout the day, the better.
Okay.
Should we just hang out till they kick us out?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we're going.
Okay, so we're gonna here. Yes? Oh no, you were go. Yes, you had your hand up first.
So I'm sure this is product also,
You're good.
so the care, and I'm super jealous of the smooth, beautiful hair, because no matter what I do, there's always frizz.
Okay.
Always.
So they have product for that. That's literally gonna go in and defrizz. You guys, thank you so much for
Yes,
coming.
thank you, thank you.
You're wonderful. You're gonna wanna put that in before you blow dry. So you might not wanna round brush your whole head, but if you could round brush the top part that you see, you can actually pull on that and with your round brush, defrizz that because your round brush is gonna heat up with the blow dryer and then you can kind of straighten that out without having to use the straightener clamp, right? So just kind of smooth that out as you're round brushing it. I will do like 3 coming forward on myself and round brush. Everything else, I don't care. It's too heavy. It's just gonna weigh it down anyway. But if you can round brush that out, it will actually help with the difference. There was one over here. Yes.
I like to shower at night and go to bed with my hair wet.
Yes.
Any tips for just like waking up with fabulous hair?
Salt spray. Yes.
Okay.
This baby right here is sea salt spray. Spray this in before you go to bed with this guy or a different type of leave-in conditioner. Okay, so it's gonna smooth down that cuticle. You're gonna put this in and embrace the fact that it has lots of texture in it. In the morning, run your fingers through it. The less you touch it, the better. You're gonna look like you went out to the beach. Amazing. Sea salt spray. Hold on 2 seconds, my sweetie. Okay, over here. Yes.
So before I start curling my hair,
Yeah.
I put the heat tamer in. I also use mousse.
Okay.
But I let that sit, so I let it dry,
Yes.
and then I start curling. Am I still damaging my hair? But as long as I let it dry, it's not damaged.
So why do you use mousse when it's dry? For
No,
like a hold?
Yeah, so I
Okay.
put it in the heat tamer, and then I put in the mousse, and then
Okay.
I let it dry.
Okay.
I let
So
it
I
sit
want you to
dry.
switch out mousse for the dry wax.
Okay.
Do that. Mousse is a little bit more necessary on wet hair, so the chemical reaction is different. If you were to heat up mousse, it's a little bit harder on the hair.
Okay.
But with the spray wax, it's meant to be heated up like that, so you will feel a difference if you do that.
Okay.
Mousse on wet hair technically is a little bit easier.
Okay.
Sound
Thank
good?
you, guys.
Okay.
Okay, we should probably wrap up.
Yes, hold on, we had one.
Breaking
did
the
she
rules
leave?
here.
Oh, yes, okay.
It was a follow-up to her question.
Uh-huh.
Does it matter which one you do first or second?
For what was,
The salt spray and the leave-in conditioner.
I would do conditioner first,
Okay.
and I would run my hands through it, and then I would take salt spray and spray it to death, kind of lay it like this, and then go to sleep. You're gonna look fabulous. Beyonce did it, and she looks amazing.
Wake up like Beyonce.
I know there's like a hair straightener that's kind of like a brush, and it straightens your hair. And there's also like the flat iron. Which one do you guys like prefer better?
Be careful with ones that are shooting out hot air. They can be very, very good. They can also get very, very hot. And if your hair has a lot of moisture in it, you think about when you iron a shirt. When Dad wanted his shirt super, super crisp, we would spray them and then iron it, and it came out really straight, but it was also kind of crispy. So if you think about it on your hair, not the best. So I would say make sure your hair is completely dry, and then you could probably use either one, and it would be totally fine. But with a straightener, turn your heat down and go a little bit slower. Sometimes we want to knock it up to 425 and then go, 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 go. And by that point, you've like heated it up 7 times. So if you can turn your heat down just a tad and you can go a little bit slower, then that's going to protect it. Yeah? Okay. So she asked whether or not we have, so they have like those curling wands, right? Or a curling iron that has like the bristles on it. Is that what you were asking? Versus a straightener.
The
Straightening brush.
Yeah.
Okay.
Straightening brush.
That it has like the bristles on it already, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, the bristles are the heat element.
Okay, then I have not used that personally, simply because it scares me a little bit. I would probably say have your hair dry and then use a regular straightener slower with the heat turned down. I just get nervous when there's added things in there with a lot of heat. That's just me
brush
personally.
doesn't get a complete straight the way that a straightener does.
Okay.
I use both.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
But the straightening brush will give you, like, you have naturally straight hair, whereas a straightener gives you like precision straight.
Yes, yes. So